Hey guys, back with another video. I still have a little bit of a sore throat, which is why I haven't made any videos lately, but I just couldn't wait to make one about this because now we have a resolution. So, it's time to talk about the Oath of the Gatewatch leak. So now keep in mind that the main sources are like unreliable, like comments and forum posts and all that, and really vague announcements by Wizards, but I'm going to try to do the best I can to do this in chronological order. So what happened was there was a Facebook group, a private group, of 15 judges. Those were the members of it. And one of them, or more of them, I believe, I think it was multiple people, they got the cards ahead of time, I guess, to start making rulings or to know how their cards work so that they're all prepared for upcoming tournaments. Like the pre-release tournament, all that. They need to know how the cards work, otherwise the judge is in the same boat as the players. So I guess they get advanced copies of the actual cards. And we'll come back to how stupid I think that is later. But what happened was they've been posting pictures of all the mythics. They posted all the expeditions and all the mythics into the group, and they showed it to everybody. So there was 8 level 2 judges, 5 level 3, and 1 level 1 judge. That was all part of the group, and they all kind of knew each other. So they said, hey, well, I'll show you guys the cards early just to make myself feel special or whatever, as long as you don't post them outside the group. You just keep it in the group, only you 15. Well, how well did that work? It's the internet. So either the original people or one of the other members of the group leaked it outside to the public internet. They leaked it to some like forum or Reddit or, spoiler site, whatever they did. And so then everybody knew about it. And we're talking like a month plus ahead of time. I mean, they consider right now to be spoiler season, and they don't just go and post every single mythic all in a row. So it's, a month and a half at least that some of these cards came out early. That's just unbelievable. I don't think it's the biggest deal in the world, but Wizards was throwing a big fit about it. So Wizards says, they're going to start an investigation, try and figure out who leaked it, which obviously is bound to go nowhere. I mean, that's virtually impossible. But they said they concluded their investigation. By that they mean a whistleblower. Somebody came out in the group and said, okay, this is wrong. These were the guys that did it. So the whistleblower says, here's the Facebook group. Here's how long it's been going on. Here's what the people's names are. And, they're using the real names because it's Facebook, and so they knew exactly who to ban. So they have banned 15 judges. The ones originally responsible for it, I believe they're banned for 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 3 years. It's quite a bit. And then everybody else who was just a member of the group and didn't do anything, to stop it or to report it earlier, they got a 3-month ban, which is, the equivalent to a slap on the wrist, but it's a 3-month ban. I mean, that's not that bad. Everybody's saying, oh, it's so unfair, they volunteer their time, whatever. Okay, here's what Wizards' statement on this was, and I actually agree with them for once. A representative from Wizards named Helen Bergeau decided to post like a statement in response to some of the rumors going around to kind of, quell the anti-Wizards talk about, unfair banning. They said, well, this happened over multiple sets. So we're talking like years potentially. I mean, multiple sets. It's only like 1 per quarter. So every single time consistently cards were posted in this group ahead of preview season. So, yeah, that's not good. Because, I mean, people are saying, oh, well, they didn't log into the group. They didn't participate. They didn't post. Maybe they didn't even see the posts. What, for like 2 years? I mean, they joined the group. They knew what the group was for. And they saw the posts in their feeds. I mean, it's just, you can't, like, unfollow a group if you're in it, I don't believe. So they certainly saw it. I mean, I think 3 months for, like, 2 years of knowing about card leaks and not reporting them, when you're the rules enforcement people for Wizards events, I mean, come on, that's, like, as hypocritical as it gets. So I think 3 months is perfectly appropriate across the board. I do think it was really weird that they didn't contact them to like investigate. They just said you're banned, because whenever there's like you threw a table at somebody at a tournament, they actually, no matter how open and closed it is, whether there's video or not, they call you and they say, hey, let's get your side of it. Why did you throw a table? Did you see a spider on the table? It's, they want your side of it just for the record. So they just blind ban these people. They just said their name's on a list, they're on Facebook, they're in the group, ban them. I pretty much agree with that. I mean, there might be maybe one person who hasn't logged into Facebook for a couple years. I don't know. I mean, it just seems so odd. And they said that they're more than welcome to appeal it. I mean, they could prove it. They could say, I haven't made a post on my Facebook since the group started. I haven't even logged into it. Unban me. But it's only 3 months. But what is really funny is that two of the people are head judges for upcoming Star City Games tournaments that are happening, I think the pre-releases. So that's actually really funny because, I don't like Star City Games. I don't think anybody does. They've been, manipulating prices. They lie to people. They promote net decking. There's just nothing good about that company. They hoard cards to drive up the price. They artificially increase the price of pre-releases and stuff. They're just a really bad company. So, shocker, two of the head judges for SCG related events, they're SCG related judges basically, are doing shady crap. Well, they practically promote it. They're like the shadiest group in all of Magic. I know some people like Star City Games, so sorry, I don't. I don't like them at all. They have a really bad history. Star City barely does anything about cheating. They're just bad. I could make a whole video about what I think of them, but anyway, I do. Full disclosure, I do compete with them with online card sales, so I would hate them whether they were evil or not. But just thought I'd share some of the complaints I've heard about them from other people. But so that's how it went. Now some people are saying, Wizards is just being intellectual property Nazis. They're the ones who leaked it. They're the ones who aren't securing the cards, which I completely agree with. But they did make a very clear statement because some of the YouTubers, like me, have been saying, well, what happens if you leak the information and then I want to make a video about it? Because, hello, it's leaked information. It's huge. It's the first glimpse at Oath of the Gatewatch. Of course I'm going to make a video about it, even though I waited this long to do it. Are they going to sue me now? Are they going to try and do takedowns of my video? Or are they going to try and ban me from the DCI system? They said no. Once something is leaked and it's publicly available, we will never go after people that are, publicly discussing already leaked information, because, that horse has already left the barn. So I thought that was pretty cool of Wizards to say that, to actually, officially say that in a statement on their website. That was pretty cool. But on the flip side, I do think that, although the judges were being dicks, they knew if you're a level 3 judge, you probably shouldn't be leaking cards. You should know that they could, drop the legal hammer on you at any second. It's not like judges are, highly paid. Now, there's talk about maybe certain websites paid them. They paid them, a huge amount of money to leak the cards. So maybe there was, a monetary thing there, and that kind of does go back to judges aren't paid very well. Or at all. But, yeah, it's one of those things. So, you got to blame the judges. You got to blame the people who made the decision. But I also completely blame Wizards. If you can't secure your damn cards when it's they act like it's the end of the world that these were leaked, like it's the end of their company, it's going to kill sales. Oh my god, then secure the damn cards. You should only have copies of the actual physical cards or the artwork or the names in your R&D department and in the vault after printing it. That's it. You shouldn't be just mailing them to people and sending images of them and all the judges get them and let's post them here and post them there and just hope nobody shares it. That is stupid. That's 1999 stupid. Welcome to the 2000s where when something's on the internet, it's on the whole internet. That was just so ignorant of them and so stupid. So what they really need to do is send playtesting blanks, the black and white blanks. I don't know if you guys have seen them. Send those to the judges so that they can just get the Oracle text and that. So that way, if they leak them, and they could even put a unique serial number on them, just stamp it, or just write the judge's name on the dang card. It's not that hard. And then you'd know who leaks them if they leak them. But they'd have to retype all the information. So worst case scenario, the Oracle text of the card would come out. And that's it. It'd be a bad leak, but it wouldn't be that bad. Not here's a picture of the card, have fun. So they could even not even state the rarity. It's not important for gameplay. It's not important for rules ruling. So they wouldn't even know if they're looking at a common or a mythic. So that's what they should be doing. But instead they're just willy-nilly sending all the cards to anybody. And then, one person happens to leak them. Oops, let's, act like it was not our fault and blame the judges completely. That is ridiculous. If they want to secure their cards, they're going to have to secure their cards. So I think right about now it's kind of dying down. We've seen the cards. It's pretty much leak season anyway. Nobody really cares about their ridiculously annoying trickle marketing or whatever they call it, where they release one card every couple days or a set of cards, and it's all predetermined. Everybody hates marketing. Everybody hates marketing departments. So the whole we're going to do them on our time and we're not going to show you all of them so that you talk about the new set more for a longer period of time, it doesn't work. Marketing in general doesn't work. So if they do it that annoying and they're like, here's one card, we're just going to tease you, here's another card, oh, I'm going to be hanging on their every word. I mean, even I don't do that, and I make YouTube videos about MTG. I mean, come on, I check it maybe once a week, and I'm like, oh, look, here's all the new cards, yay. You know, so they stated this on Twitter, this is going to ruin our sales, it's going to lower our sales. I can't find one possible way that it wouldn't actually increase their sales or not affect their sales. I mean, what, I've been staring at the card too long and now I don't want to play with it? Or, I mean, if anything, I have more cards to look at right now, so I have more time to think of more decks. Like, instead of 2 decks, I'm going to build 3, or instead of 3, I'm going to build 4, because now I have more time to think about the cards and how they work. Now, I could see maybe, you know, something that they're never concerned about, but I am. People will start showing up with really, really, really good decks because they had just days and days and days and days extra to think of really killer decks. But there's still not that many cards spoiled. It's only like 30-something out of 184. So you don't really know, I mean, unless you're just going to make an all-mythic deck or an all-rare deck, you don't really know what deck to build yet. So I don't think people are like, they made a deck in their head, played games with it in their head, built proxies, and then they're already sick of it. I don't think people do that. I just don't think it's going to have any effect on sales. That's just ridiculous. It was basically just Wizards throwing an immature tantrum on Twitter about how mad they are and how it's ruining their company and the leak is the end of the world. They need to just get over it and come back down to earth. Really kind of fits the stereotype that they can't make a good set and that their R&D department is a bunch of idiots. And then now the marketing department and the management is out of touch with reality. So the whole company's just seen as a bunch of morons when they post stuff like that on Twitter. So that's just what's going on right now. But it's kind of blowing over. And I think they pretty much set a pretty good disincentive for other judges to leak cards in the future, because now they can't judge and they can't play. They can't even play Magic. They can't even go to a local F&M now because they are banned. Their DCI number is banned. That is it. So anybody in the future who says, hey, I'm going to leak cards, they'd have that to look forward to. Although, unless somebody turns you in, you're obviously not going to get caught. That's another thing that I think we learned through all this. So that's unfortunate. I mean, I'd rather they just 2 weeks ahead of time just post the whole damn set. I mean, maybe show a couple cards over time and then here, you know, prepare a deck. Here they all are. I think a lot of players would find that a lot less annoying. So that's how I think they should do it. So, you know, you won't see me shedding any tears over Wizards, you know, losing whatever they think they lost through this leak. You know, nothing. I think it was perfectly appropriate, perfectly deserved. I don't think the judges should have done it. But I do think it's kind of funny, and I do think Wizards needs to wake up and stop being a bunch of babies about it. So, you know, in summary, I think the judges were dicks to do it. The people who leaked it, they were dicks. You know, they shouldn't have done it. And then Wizards responded in the typical Wizards fashion, a bunch of off-the-cuff, unprepared, unapproved crap that they tried to, I guess, later delete off Twitter, I heard. So, you know, the internet doesn't work like that. If somebody tweets something that looks like it wasn't approved by the whole company, guess what? Screenshot button's coming out. So, that was pretty stupid. That was a dumb response. They should have kind of done it more like a politician where they all have a meeting first, maybe. But, you know, then I think the punishment was perfectly appropriate across the board, except for the whistleblower. The whistleblower got banned for 3 months as well. I guess for like, not turning them in soon enough, because there was multiple sets in the past that they looked at and didn't say anything. Probably because it wasn't leaked to the wider internet, though. This one got out, so the person said, okay, this has gotten too far, but if it's just in our private group, then it was fine. I still think they should have gotten amnesty, because it's a disincentive for people to turn in leakers in the future, I guess. What they should have done is put a bounty on them, give the person amnesty and give them like $1,000 reward or something, or give them, you know, a judgeship or something, like an honorary, like a DFA or something in like judgeship. That would be pretty funny. But yeah, so I think, you know, everything happened exactly like I would predict it did, and it's kind of blown over. I hope Wizards gets over it, and I hope, I hope you're over it. I know it affected you guys so much, not. So, I guess I'll see you next video.